Hey, hello, everybody. Welcome to another glorious Friday Mailbag. I am your host, as always, on the Friday Mailbag, Jeff May. Very excited to have y'all here. I've got some pretty cool stuff that I picked up this week, so I wanted to share that with you. If you're watching live, shout out in the comments, and if you are watching on the delay, feel free to leave a comment. Let me know what your favorite thing is that we got here. Now, not a ton of stuff. We also are, though, going to be doing a break of the 2025 Topps Chrome. I found these by accident when I was in Walmart, of all places, and it's not a place I like to go, especially these days. It was the only place I could find a tripod. Found these the other day with the tripod, and then that was the tripod that was awful. So now I have to go back and get a new one. But I did get one that seems to be actually really good, and I found it in a non-big box store. So big shout out to that. But as always, when we start this show, we are going to show all the comic pickups. First, the stuff I picked up at House of Secrets, House of Secrets, of course, in glorious Burbank, California. So I grabbed Doom Academy #1. Not a huge week. Doom Academy and Jenny Sparks. Pretty simple stuff. But I'm excited about it. But I also had a couple of things that I picked up at work yesterday, because I think you guys know that I do the comic stuff, and we had some incentives that were like, I thought the covers were really cool, and so I just wanted to grab them. So I have a G.I. Joe 304 with the Brad Walker. I really like this one a lot. The Snake Eyes and Serpentor cover of G.I. Joe 301. So I'm going to assume the other ones have like similar, hero villain motifs on there. I also grabbed this really cool Red Goblin variant, not a particularly high number, and also this Mandalorian at #1. Which I think is a Ken Lashley cover. I just really liked them. And they're not like crazy valuable. And, we had a couple of them. So we had a few of them. So I grabbed those, with permission, of course. I don't just snag stuff without permission. Another thing that I picked up, and this right here came from our good friend Dre Alvarez, Nerd Numbers, who does host I Must Drake You on Monday night. See if you can see my reflection. Hi, in there. Obviously, this is a Skybox Master Series DC Comics edition. Now, this is actually designed because I believe Impulse has a card in here, and we did our Impulse episode of Nerd. Yeah, I think so. I got to be honest. Exploding Runes. I don't fully know Red Goblin's deal. So we got these. We're going to do these probably on Wednesday, actually. I'll probably do these on Wednesday to really knock this one out. I'm excited to do it. We're obviously looking for the Impulse rookie card. But Skybox Master Series, Dre sent these for the show. And of course, if you haven't listened to that episode of Nerd with this, then please do. With Impulse, please do. We got the cool guy, Kyle Rayner, on there, created by my good friend Ron Mars. But yeah, so we'll be doing a break of those pretty soon. Now, I actually have like a really big package that arrived, like a really big package that arrived. And I'm so excited. This is actually from my friend Tim, my like one of my best friends from back home. I've loved him forever. These actually aren't. We've actually seen these. These ones are from Guy. We did those before. Tim sent me a ton of his cards, and he was like, I don't think there's any real value here, but I very much want you to be able to get these to your people. So these are going to be stuff that I'm going to mail away in packages. So it's going to be, we have a lot of like, I think 2008 WWE, which is really rad. I'm not sure if there's any, like, it seems pretty loosely thrown together. I'm not seeing if there are any like special cards in here. But super cool. Like they have the Legends cards with the 1987 Topps logos on them. And are these all 2008 Heritage 3? So these are Topps Heritage 3. The Legends get the sort of 87 Topps, and it seems like the active wrestlers were getting this sort of standard stuff here. And it's funny, 2008, real dark time for my knowledge of that. I have met her. I've met several people. I mean, this is, I was at his premiere, but, because Tim, actually, my friend, he used to get us into like the Worcester Centrum would have, Pillman, would have like wrestling events, and he knew the people that ran the Centrum. So he would just be like, hey, you want to come, you want to watch SmackDown with me? And I'd be like, yeah, I don't care. Let's go watch SmackDown. Didn't really know a lot, but I mean, these are really cool cards. Love this Dusty Rhodes. Kamala, super great. Rocky Johnson, of course, The Rock's dad. Bruiser Brody. I mean, just really, really cool looking cards. Earthquake. Yeah, these are really beautiful, Zach. You're right. Including some nice Allen and Ginter parallels here. Your Rey Mysterios, your Triple H's. Now, I can't tell if the cards. No, the cards seem pretty good. It's obviously you're going to see there's like kind of going to be damage on the pages, but that's what the pages are there for. So Chief J Strongbow, that was my dad said that was his favorite, the Iron Sheik, the Undertaker. And that's really good too, because I have people that are like, Undertaker's my favorite. Now on top, we actually have an auto here. Layla, that's pretty rad. And an X-Fractor, it looks like here. So nice. We do have some bonus stuff in there as well. I didn't see that. We also have a gorgeous collection of Marvel Series 1. Like Tim really, really knocked it out of the park on this one. And this is, of course, this set still my favorite for for obvious reasons. Not even specific, but they're obvious reasons. Like this is you have Jim Lee, you have Art Adams, you have some really great, really legendary artists that are finding themselves on here. I have talked at length about this. I'm gonna put that auto in a sleeve. Runes, I'll tell you what, I'll do it right now for you. I don't know what the value of that auto is. Probably not much. I mean, Layla's not really anybody that I've necessarily even known. Not that she isn't an incredibly talented person, but I just don't. She's outside of my purview, so I'm not aware of the value of this. But just for you, I'm gonna put this in a sleeve, and we will throw that down, of course. So we have that right in there. Yeah, that Dazzler, I love the Olivia Newton-John version of Dazzler. I know they did. I know like Disco Dazzler tends to be everybody's favorite, but one of the things I love about Dazzler is how they always want her to be sort of a part of the zeitgeist. And I love that. Some of these cards, I mean, I know they're in these, so they're probably, any of the cards on the left are probably not going to be particularly high grades. Which reminds me, I should show you guys something. Love the Lockheed, but this Shadow Cat I have talked about, like when I was a kid, I was in love with, and it makes sense too, because she's like 14 or 15 in this, right? I mean, she's drawn young. Art Adams didn't draw teenage girls like full adults. So we have these cards look like some of them are in really great shape. Some of them have that kind of fuzzing and cornering, right? That Silver Surfer has that little beating of a spot here. Some of them didn't survive well, but some did. And that's cool. So this is the book that a lot of these are in, and I ended up taking a lot out. So we have the nice flare prints on here. We love a nippleless namer. But I'm actually going to slide this over to the side instead of trying to, hang this over. Come on, you stupid. I just was telling you all these wonderful people about how great you are, tripod, and then you're falling over. Love this. I forgot that that's what the rogue card looks like here. But so we have what is this? Are these all in numeric? Yeah, they are. So it's full numeric order here. We love the sort of patch style Wolverine that we have in here. And I mean, if you guys want, I'll go through the box, right? We have our villains. Love that Art Adams did the Dormammu, by the way. I've always this blob card always freaked me out as a kid. And again, I think that's also Art Adams as well. Back when you could do that on a card, can't really do that anymore. Kind of good, I guess, but I mean, Red Skull's Red Skull. Yeah, Punisher's we got all these powers, and Punisher's like, I have a van full of guns. The Ghost Rider rookie card, this was the hot one when it came out. That and like the Cosmic Spider-Man and stuff. Now the cool thing is I haven't really looked at this. The only thing I did was pull these pages out of this book so that the book could actually close. And then I went back to, I want to kind of discover this. So hopefully Tim didn't write anything terrible in here. He could have. Tim's great. He's very funny. We've been friends since what, fourth grade. So the saber. Oh, you didn't never really liked the saber, like the original Sabretooth before, and so saying that I know Logan just said I never really liked that Sabretooth suit. And yeah, it's back there. Yeah, I mean that was the kind of the original one. I think the X-Men the animated series really just decided that they were like, we're gonna just do it better. I think it's a complete set. Obviously, especially in some of these cards, they're not in perfect condition. Because these have been for 30 something years. They've been sitting in plastics probably. The Stan Lee card bent at the bottom. That happens. We do have the checklist set. I mean the hologram set, but the Cosmic Spider-Man took a beating here. Doesn't really look like we have much gradable. That Magneto could pass as an 8 or a 9, but it's probably got some damage on that. So, and then I'm guessing these are going to say Toy Biz on the back. Yeah. So not only do we have the Master set, but we also have the Toy Biz X-Men action figure set. So all the ones from that first run that had these cards in it. Now we have what looks like some, what are these? Skybox Master Series 94. Is this, I don't know if that's probably not the, that poison ivy. I don't think that's this set, but should I skip it just in case? No. Ooh, that Dead Man is sick as hell. So I'll go through this a little bit quicker. I maybe kind of don't want to spend too much time on this specific set. We have a DC Cosmic cards. We have some Fleer Ultra Spider-Man stuff. Classic Burglar. That's a gorgeous piece, Fleer Ultra Spider-Man's coming in. I'll move through these a little faster. But they are gorgeous. I don't want to spend too much time on them primarily. Love that MJ, by the way. Primarily because if I do open these in the future, I don't want to go like too crazy with it. But Tombstone, that's a weird choice for that one right there. Vermin, that looks like it's Dave DeVries, that artist. I don't know who does it say? Oh, it's Therese Nielsen. Okay. Spider Clone. So we got a lot going on in this set, obviously. These I think are, who's the guy that did the sculpting? Tom Taggart. Yeah, these are Tom Taggart's. Yeah, Burglar. Butler looks like a soccer hooligan. Burglar, yeah. Fleer Ultra Spider-Man. So now these have the Venom flows. This is the Venom sort of collection there. We have a team ups thing. Of course, we got a nice Gambit by the Hildebrands. Love that. Like I said, I'm not gonna try to spend too much time on this, but I'm actually probably gonna be like doing a lot of cherry picking of these. So we have Carnage stuff here. And then, we also have Golden Web mini series or mini subsets, as well as these ones right here. So, that's Scanlan ones. So these are all limited editions. We have some Fleer Ultra Clear Chromes, some upside down kind of hologrammy cards here. And we have a Batman Returns set that, that's fine. We don't need to look at that. Oh, as Dre says, oh, heck yeah, Batman Returns. Batman Returns Studio is something that I can probably and most likely get a hold of and open. So I don't want to go crazy with it. We have some of the Hildebrandt autos from their Marvel Masterpieces run. Yes, Zach Long said one of those Venoms just brought back 8th grade memories long forgotten. So some good stuff. And so what I'll do is there are people like Dre. Dre, I'll put this aside for you, obviously. This one, Chan is going to get this one because he's a big She-Hulk guy. So that's just, that's a given. So we will take a look at that. There's another box. There's another book that I have not looked through. Let's see what this is. This one has, okay. Trey saying, I'm going to break up a complete set in a binder, question mark. Yeah, man. You know why? Because we know what this set is, the X-Men Series 1 set. We know that one. But we do have the holograms here. That's fun. And we have another set here. 2 sets, maybe. I don't know. I am liking this, though. You want to do a drawing for the whole sets. I actually can't do drawings on... I can't do any sort of giveaway drawings or anything on Patreon. It's like a violation of their terms. But how about this? A nice set of Marvel Masterpieces. We're going to take a look. Really, I want to see the condition of that Spider-Man. If that Spider-Man has some really, really nice, sharp corners. Spider-Man. No, we got fuzz on the bottom of that. So you can see it right there. So that wouldn't gem. I'm going to assume that there's not going to be a lot of gemming cards out of this collection, but we do have that Silver Surfer versus Thanos 2D card on there. You're saying Rune says that Red Skull. Let's take a look at that Red Skull. Where is it? Yeah, that's cool looking, man. I think that was even on some of the ads. Saying rank that Shadow Cat. What's funny is either Jim Lee or Joe Jusko swiped the other one, which I think is because this is a very, very. I think Jim Lee did one that's very similar to that. So I think one of them may have swiped the other. This is a bummer that this one doesn't look too good on the corners here because these are good hits right there. Now we have the 93 Masterpieces set, which I love very much and really do hope to open a box of. I actually have 3 cards gemmed in this. I have a Spider-Man, a Carnage, and a Venom. Love this Spider-Woman. I've always loved this Spider-Woman, by the way. I don't know what it is. I really love it. The Spider-Man 2099. So yeah, let's see. Love Polaris. That Polaris is great. Cyber looks good. I like that that Joe Jusko definitely did a Sam Keith version of that. I also like that Glenn Fabry did an Annihilus. Jeez, that's awesome. Looking good, Darkhawk. I never really liked this one. This Kingpin always looked silly to me. Wait. Polaris was awesome in Pete and Pete. I don't understand that cross-reference fully, but Brian Stelfreeze is an artist that I've really come to appreciate as I've gotten older. I did not like his stuff when I was younger. I didn't like the way he did the perspective here. And Typhoid Mary, I was like, ooh, she's hot. And they're like, she's mentally unbalanced. I'm like, now she's hotter. Um, Gene. Yeah, this Red Skull compared to that last one is a little bit of a letdown. He needs to look scullier. Um, Lilith, that Shatterstar. I loved when Shatterstar had the boxing headgear. We do have some X-Men 2099 foils. Um, which is always nice, and that's fun and good. I remember getting these and being like, who the hell's Cian? Um, so now we have these Marvel Masterpieces. This is the Hildebrandt set right here. I always thought this was really, really cool. Yeah, no, I agree. I'm gonna slide this over again. Sorry, guys. Hopefully this doesn't fall over yet. There you go. This is also a really dark time for Marvel. You can tell by the fact that this is the Daredevil. It's the but man, what a way to make what a way to make lemonade is to be in your darkest era and have the Hildebrandts. So, you have like this Mephisto, that Mandarin, just absolutely gorgeous, like unbelievably gorgeous artwork. Um, I am just so enamored by that. Like, Tim, although this one, man, I know what you're going for. I know why you guys did this. I know that it's so imposing and he's so powerful, but man, you can't really do a taint shot. I like that Ulick though too. Then we have more of the Marvel Series 1. Damn, dude, like this one looks really nice actually, this black suit Spider-Man. Couple of surface scratches. I don't think it would 10, but perfectly centered. Oh yeah, you see that right here? This little blemish shows up in the light. Oh, maybe it doesn't. I don't know. Yeah, that Professor X does look like he was, Logan, that's an excellent point. Yeah, that Professor X does look like he's really taking a look. So it looks like we got another Marvel Series 1 set. This one actually looks like it's in a little bit better condition too. So I might actually go through and try to cherry pick and see if I can find any 10s. This Nightmare though. I mean, Art Adams too. It's so funny because you could tell who was just like, I want to do this character. I want to do this character. It's like, we got Ramita. Here's that Sabretooth that Logan said he hated. But and Art Adams is like, I don't care, man. I'm like, I'll do my job. Tell me who to draw and I'll draw him. And I love that. I love that he was like, yeah, I don't care. We have that again. That Blob is just such a great card. That Ghost Rider rookie card, a non-crotch shot of Thanos. So this is great. Like, basically, what I think is maybe 2 sets of Marvel Series 1, including, we got the Stan Lee, although this one's chewed up too. We have some Death Watch 2000 cards. If you guys like really terrible card sets, then that's for you. Death Watch 2000 was real rough. This is we'll probably just take these cards and just donate them somewhere. But a big shout out to one of my best friends on the planet. One of my, he and I, we were just, since 4th grade, pretty inseparable. And he still, he watches. So big shout out to Tim. I've told a lot of stories about him. So you've probably heard that. What he also sent, though, are some packs for us to open on here. I agree. Good friends are good. And so, on top of the Topps Chrome, that's why I only brought up one blaster here. We're also going to open this as well. So we're gonna throw these. Now the funny part too is if you look, this is that'se.com. That means he got these card packs from That's Entertainment, which is the name of my the shop. This is actually from the shop that I used to work at. So this is the Master Series. I think this is the set that we had the Disassociating Troy card that I gemmed. Pop one. I think that's what this is. So Reaching Out to Picard. Yeah, I think it is. This is great. I love this set. Cardassians. And hopefully we can pull, maybe we can pull one of those, like, they remember there were like etched foil cards. Zach Long saying I almost jumped out of my seat when I saw the Star Trek. We have the Smooch. We love that. Oh, my girl. We're going to put her in the hit pile. Scotty, a Romulan Warbird, the M113 life form, and Captain Claw. Or is it Claw? Claw. Dre, I think you're in here. Do you want me to hold off on the Babylon 5 cards until you're here next month? Also, everyone, Dre's going to be here next month. So that's exciting. So Dre, let me know. I can hold on to the Babylon 5 cards. Because I know I think you're a big Babylon 5 guy, and I certainly want to have those to open with you if you want to open them. Dre is asking if I got the package that you sent. Well, not yet. If it's this, then yes. I opened that at the beginning of the show. Yeah. But yeah, so there are, as Tim sent, we have some Babylon 5. We have 5 packs of Babylon 5 cards. Yeah, so he said, yeah, that has the Impulse rookie card in it. Yeah, that's what I figured. So hopefully we're going for disassociating Troy. So we have that Borg ship. Search for Spock. So we didn't get the disassociating Troy, but I do have the only Gem Mint 10 disassociating Troy card in existence. So I'm going to open the X-Men. Now, more Star Trek. These, I believe this is a card set from Comic Images, right? Comic Images, which means that the quality of those cards is probably not going to be great, but the art will be, because I think it's like all X-Men, all Jim Lee. If you just get a dead inside Wesley Crusher, no kidding. If you pull a card of Logan's Babylon 5 Con Story Woman, you win a prize. I think, why don't we hold these, Dre? Why don't we hold these until you're here next week? Next month, excuse me. Why don't we do that? We have Tribbles. He's been at Mint on card. We have the Galaxy's Favorite Virgin. He's been at Mint on card. We have a Uridian spacecraft, the Andorians, and finally, the Borg. That definitely looks like Hugh, because he looks like he's got going on. Next month, yeah. Dre, yeah, I'm going to hold off on the Babylon 5 cards, and that's okay, because we got a lot going on. We have these X-Men cards now. Maybe, I think there's probably like a Prismatics or something in here. There you go, Dre. And again, these are always like blown up comic panels, so they're not always the best. But yeah, so it's a lot of Jim Lee. We have that Rogue Captain Marvel. We have the the yellow costume. I believe that's like X-Men 375 or something, or to 377. I remember this cover. Well, what happened to the pixelation is this is a small panel that they blew up. That's one of the reasons that I told you guys, like, Comic Images, like, they were actually a very lazy card company, because all they would do is take a comic book, try to do a high-res scan, blow it up to be trading card size. The problem with that is, as you can guess, that art that was done on an 11 by 17 Bristol board shrunk down, and it's already like a small panel, is then shrunk and then regrown. Even if they did use the original artwork, which they didn't, that is going to be really not great looking. So any card, like when you look at like the Marvel cards, right? Like this right here, right? This was done on an 11 by 17. Like it's like considered a full page drawing or whatever. Like this was drawn larger and then shrunk down. But stuff like this, like if it's on a panel, oftentimes like the drawing that they're doing is almost sometimes the size of the card itself. So when you then sort of try to blow that up, like it's not going to be as detailed. It's not designed to look that good. So yeah, that's one of the reasons that I get, yeah. And obviously their collation is dog shit too. Um, so Comic Images is one of those companies, cable is one of those companies that like I appreciate that what they were trying to do. So that's when the Mandarin turned Psylocke. They did the revanche switcheroo. Um, they were just, when you look at what Impel was making with X-Men trading cards at this time and the entire Jim Lee set where he drew every card, and you can understand the difference, right? We have a Starjammers, we have Gambit. I actually didn't hate this look though, to be 100% honest, that the yellow and blue. This is, I believe, one of the covers from Extinction Agenda, and you can tell it's a cover because it doesn't look absolutely terrible. This is from X-Men #1. I remember that. I saw that and I was like, Gene. We have a barely clothed Wolverine over a passed out woman, a guy with a dick on a motorcycle. It's kind of fun. Like, that's the stuff I like, right? Savage Land mutates and stuff. That stuff's fun. All right, Dre, I'll put the Jubilee aside for you. That one's cool. So the Jubilee, we're going to make sure we already take that Jubilee and put it aside for Dre. All the other ones. Couple people fight for Rogue on here, but Jubilee is all Dre. So we'll do that. We'll put this in Dre's envelope for when he shows up. So we got that one for you, bud. Now, let us get into... Yeah, I love Motor Wang. Really, really iconic character of the 90s. One of those ones that you just couldn't forget about. And everyone's like, God, who's your favorite Marvel character? And I say, oh, it's the guy that drives a motorcycle with a big smoking dick-shaped gun at the end. So now we have the WWE Topps Chrome. Normally these are like $40 for a blaster, which is, that's a little high. I actually got very lucky and found, oh, that's nice. We got a little fractor there. I found boxes for 30, so I grabbed that. We have an AOP, Akam, and Razar, a Tony D'Angelo, whatever the hell fractor this is, and Luke Gallows. The fun part about opening 2025 wrestling, his fun ended real fast. The funny thing about wrestling cards from 2025 is I don't really know a lot of these people. I know Chelsea Green. She's great. She's very funny. I know Big John Studd. And we have an Akam black and white refractor. That's cool. And Javon Evans. She's great. She's really, really funny. I saw her in the Royal Rumble, and that's how I tag AOP. So this is a subset. This is a tag team subset, so we'll put that in the cool section. I have another Rey Mysterio. See, I know Rey Mysterio, an Izzy Dame, Allen and Ginter style. So that's the Allen and Ginter ones go there. Raquel Rodriguez, and then Ivy Nile, who we pulled this card as we pulled the gold version of this, like a numbered to 50. Maybe I will just open the other. I was gonna save the other blaster, but I don't know. Who cares? RVD, I know him. The first photo on Facebook I was ever tagged in was me and RVD and a couple of my friends, including Tim. CM Punk, a Becky Lynch black and white refractor. Oh, geez, wait a second. Okay, Karrion Kross, I know who he is. I have met all three of these people like in the real world, in public, not at like a meet and greet. Save it. Fair enough. RVD, not only did I meet him at a meet and greet at the DCU Center in Worcester at the back of a SmackDown or whatever, backstage at a SmackDown, but he also came into my first job in LA when I was an office PA for a terrible production company. On top of that, CM Punk, I was walking next to when we were both like leaving Comic-Con at night. We were both going back to our hotels, and it was kind of just me and him next to each other. And it didn't bother him because he doesn't want that. But I was right next to him the entire time. His shoulders, by the way, massive. You wouldn't think it because of how big other people look around him, but man, I go to the gym a lot, and his was shoulder. And then of course Becky Lynch, good friends with my good buddy Joshy G. I've had to do pull-ups in front of her, which let me tell you, I've never done more pull-ups in my life than when I was told to do pull-ups in front of Becky Lynch. It's funny, Josh is like, go do pull-ups right there. And I said, I'm not going to do that. Becky Lynch is right there. And he goes, yeah, you're going to go do that now. I love this. I love Gigi Dolan because she looks like a Streets of Rage villain. What's this? Titletown Gunther. I've been told I would like this man. Gunther seems really great. I think he's the one that the Royal Rumble guy, the Uso brother, is going to fight see, I try to pay attention. I watch the Royal Rumble. We have another Berto Fractor here, and then Eric Rowan. That guy looks interesting. I'm sorry. I was taller than him, yeah, but Jeff is only 6 foot. You're right. Yeah, that'd be funny. I wish. 6 foot's tall enough that people don't think you're short, but also my back would hurt less. Big E, great article that he wrote a couple weeks back. Alundra Blaze famously was like pretty much blacklisted after dropping her title, her WWE title, or WWF title at the time, in the trash on an episode of Nitro. Liv Morgan, as always, we have a Liv Morgan stan, and this is a nice rainbow, in my good friend Walker, and then Charlie Dempsey. So Walker usually is on the Liv Morgan train. Yeah, no, I'm 6'4", which it's a pain. We love to see her. We put her in the good pile. Lyra, Valkyria, Allen and Ginter. And is this like a rainbow Allen and Ginter? Or just yeah, it's a refractor Allen and Ginter. That's pretty cool. Lyra, Valkyria. I like the vibe. Roxanne Perez. We like that. Was this the girl in NXT, but she was in like the Royal Rumble and lasted forever? She was like one of the last ones. She's like considered like golden, right? I think. And then we have Tama Tonga. I had weird height issues in middle school where I was always kind of big. I was also really heavy, but also I was like maybe 5'6", 5'7" in 8th grade. And then when I entered 9th grade, I was 6 feet tall. And then I added another 2 inches in high school, and then in college, another 2 inches. So it was kind of fun. Like my license when I was 16 said I was 6'2", and then I got people started to be like, "You're not 6'2", and I was like, "Well, it happened." And then when I got it renewed when I was 21, they just didn't bother to change the height. So we got some good stuff. So like all this stuff is really up for grabs, folks. Yeah, Logan confirming I was right about what was her name again? Yeah, Roxanne Perez. Yeah, I'm sorry. It's just I don't know a ton about modern wrestling. I love the Royal Rumble. That's something I'll watch forever, right? But I'm not going to go crazy. Of course, now also on top of it, I'm going to sit on these cards in the from the books for a little while. But we're going to go through. Also, if any of these cards tickle your fancy, feel free to let me know. I actually do really like this. My new tripod. I'm going to be 100% honest. This might be. I paid a little more for it, assuming I might be able to return it, and then just didn't bother. And then I won't bother because it's so good. If I sit on them, I crease them. And then these Star Treks as well, including this. I have one saved. We'll get these out here, and everybody will be happy. Now, next Wednesday, I am most likely, of course, going to be opening... They grade the motor wang, right? most likely going to be opening these right here. Runes, I appreciate that. As far as Pokemon bulk goes, I try not to send stuff out that I don't like kind of do on camera. And also like a lot of what I send out when I open Pokemon stuff, it would be like rares and foils. Like, I'd send those out. So while I appreciate that, I don't think it would have the payoff, but that is really, really kind. My suggestion to Pokemon bulk is to donate them to a children's hospital. If you have a ton of bulk Pokemon, donating them to children's hospitals, local libraries, stuff like that, always a great choice. I used to donate comics to the library. I mean, not the library, the hospital as well. So that's a really, really great. Hi, Jeff. Yeah. Sorry. That's the reality of it. Lots of really, really cool stuff. I'm so stoked I got to share this one with you. It is such a great, great mailbag. So tune in, next week. We have, Monday, we've got I Must Drake You at 6:30 p.m. on here. Then Wednesday, we're going to do I Must Break You. We're going to open these. And then Friday, Friday will be our last mailbag of February, which means I got to get the packages finished and mailed out too. For January, I got to get those in. And then February, and then we'll maybe open this, or maybe I'll open something else next Friday on the mailbag. And that is a reminder that if you do want to send mail, of course, you are more than welcome to contact me directly on social media. The whole, or on my Patreon. If you're a member at patreon.com/JeffMay, of any of the rookie card tiers, let me know which cards you want out of these. I will send them to you. What else? Like the video, subscribe, the whole thing. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much. Have a absolutely amazing, wonderful weekend. I'm gonna go see a cool friend perform tonight with another cool friend. So that's really, really fun. So you guys are great. Have a wonderful, amazing, fantastic Friday. I might stop in and do some movie night on Gamefully Unemployed's Discord for a little while. But for now, y'all just have an amazing, amazing day. And thank you for your time. Have a beautiful day. Great weekend. See you in the week. Bye.